I wanted to talk about this subject, and I'm going to teach you a technique as well to help you. But perfumes, pretty much every regular human being is going to deal with this. Perfumes can be an amazing experience, they can make you happy, but sometimes, unfortunately, you can have traumatic memories with a perfume, and sometimes you just want to throw the perfume away, and it's such a shame because, that perfume is so gorgeous, it can be a signature scent, but it's just like the memories attached to the perfume. Now, I have three perfumes today that I want to talk to you about, and they're kind of like a little bit more of my story. I'm a very private person, but I'll share with you what happened just very briefly. But one thing that I want to say is, please don't throw away your perfumes. If you have a perfume where you look at it and you smell it and you just either burst out crying because it can remind you of an ex, or it could be a very uncomfortable situation where your life was in danger, or, the love of your life died and you wore that perfume to the funeral, which honestly, guys, is like a big mistake. I don't want to wish this on my audience, and luckily I will never ever be in this position again. Facts, I can say this out loud. With my chest, I guess you can say. But if you're kind of going through a hard time, once again, I don't want anyone to claim this. I'm painting a picture, and you know that you're going to a funeral or shit's going downhill. Please do not wear any perfume. Don't wear anything, because that perfume will always be associated with that period. So just stop. Don't. Any funerals, any kind of difficulties, emotional problems, just stop, don't wear it. But we're not going to claim that. Anyways, I have like an amazing technique that I used to reprogram my brain. And it's so tricky because I looked at these bottles and I've done it with quite a few perfumes, but with my perfumes I thought like, no, like I don't want to throw this away. Like, come on, I spent my own money. There was one that was gifted by an up, which we will talk about. No, I'm joking, I don't have any ups, but it's like you look at it and I don't know, like we're so interesting because it can apply for anything, clothes, jewelry. Like you can buy a pair of jeans that cost like $1 million, and it's like you look and get it and it reminds you of trauma, and you're just like, fuck yeah, like I'm gonna throw it in the bin. Don't even want to give it away, but please do not be rash. And yeah, I just looked at the perfumes and I thought, like, what is a way that I can rewire my brain to actually have a positive experience? Now, let me talk about the perfumes. Okay, so let me start with Versace Crystal Noir Eau de Parfum. Fun fact, this was the first ever proper perfume that I bought. It was, I believe, October 2022. I was 19 years old, and I thought, like, Calvin, it's time. Like, you don't really have a signature scent. And I did my research, and I bought this because of Soki London, who she described this perfume very well, and it was on YouTube, I remember, and I blind bought this because of her, and it started my addiction. But listen, let me share a bit of a story. Not too much there, but this reminds me of when I was 19, and reminds me, listen, we were in some hard times. We were in some dangerous moments. Like life right now, you could have been like chopped up and dismembered. But this is a very, very sexual perfume, I would say, which is why I haven't worn it in 3 years, because I'm pure as an angel and stuff like that. But I just feel like a woman cannot wear this, or a guy can't wear this to work. Like, it's a pheromone perfume. Like, you're gonna get gobbled up. You're gonna get a lot of attention wearing this perfume. And yeah, like, this will always be my signature scent, but I haven't worn it in three years. And so my amazing technique, and I find that this is the only technique that works. So try it. Now, what you will need is one of these, and you will need a TV show. Ideally, a special TV show, or something that you're going to be watching for weeks, minimum a few days. Minimum 3 to a week. Like, the longer the series, the better. Okay, so each time I would look at this perfume, it would just kind of traumatize me a bit. Sorry, not look, but spray it. It would kind of traumatize me. And I thought, no, like, this has always been my OG scent, and I'm not gonna throw it in the bin. I'm not gonna discard it because of some shitty memories. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was I sprayed this on paper or anything, and whenever I would rewatch a TV show, or whenever I would watch something that is like long, maybe you can watch a movie. I have done that and it does work sometimes, but it's best to do it with a TV show. And whenever there would be intense emotional moments, I would just smell the perfume. Simple as that. And so I would do that for like maybe a week. Sometimes it can even just be a day or two. It's, very individual. So yeah, I have one specific scent. If there's like an emotional scene with characters, or when I'm bored, I'll just like smell this throughout the day, throughout the time that I'm watching the TV show. And that's it. I reprogrammed my brain. And so what this now reminds me of is 1 year ago, I remember it was December last year, I was rewatching one of my favorite anime. And so now whenever I smell this, fuck the memories, fuck the negative memories, like PTSD where this reminds me of the amazing characters. Like there was this one gorgeous character, she had like a bob, she wore a kimono, and the anime was Ghost Hunt, which is like a horror anime. It's amazing, it's a hidden gem. And yeah, it reminds me of those emotions and that a little bit scary episode, which was, oh my god, Ghost Hunt was so fucking terrifying. No cap, I first watched it in like 2012, but that is truly an anime that I think about and I get goosebumps. And yeah, this just reminds me of the ghosts and the ghost hunting, and it's such a fun, like I smell this and I smile and I almost have like tears in my eyes because yeah, like I transformed a very triggering perfume to something very happy. Another perfume, Imaginary Authors. What is this called? Another very thing. Listen, this was gifted to me by a certain somebody. You already know who I'm insinuating. And Calvin doesn't hold anger in his heart. I'm free, I really, I'm chill. I'm a chill guys. I mean, you can feel me through the screen. Come on, let's be real, you can feel my aura. I looked at this and I thought like, dang, it's such a shame because it's a niche perfume, it's nice. Raspberry coconut smooth, oh, even now I smell it, and it would make me sad, it would give me a feeling of melancholy, and I was like, well, what should I do with this perfume? Once again, I used the same technique. Spray this on paper, and throughout the whole 2 weeks of rewatching this gameplay, I rewired my brain, and so what this reminds me of is Final Fantasy 13, because I was rewatching the game, the walkthrough. I wasn't playing it, that's one of my favorite games, but I wanted to rewatch the gameplay instead of playing, and what this reminds me of is Hope and Vanille and Lightning, and when Vanille is like in the forest and shit, like you know what I mean? Like this is just the best technique. Turn on a movie, TV show, and like magic, it would just, smell it during the very, very emotional moments, and yeah, it's just like a very adventurous, fun perfume, and yeah, I'm so glad that I did that, and yeah, so there's that. So thank you to the op. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Thank you for buying me this perfume. No, I did not throw it away if you're wondering. Instead, I actually love this perfume now, so thank you, Final Fantasy 13. Final perfume. I dodged the bullet. This one's gonna be a bit of a different one. This is Kenzo Amor. Beautiful, beautiful feminine scent. Oh my goodness. I mean, y'all already know this one. Nobody talks about it anymore. It's similar to Hypnotic Poison by Dior, specifically the Eau de Toilette. This is just amazing. It's smoky intensity. It's sexy. It's a woman who is just classy and feminine and absolutely gorgeous. I specifically imagine an East Asian woman wearing this. With like maybe this color nails, this color, I mean, no, like maybe like a dark colored dress, like something very classy. It has good longevity, but let me tell you, I received bad news. This was a few years ago, and someone very dear to me, my best friend, wasn't gonna be on this earth physically. I struggled a lot, but I don't believe in death, so yes, I believe that. I don't believe in death. Of course, there's the physical form, but our loved ones never disappear, luckily, and this is a fact. Like, this is just a download that I have received, and I know that it's the truth, and it's not even me being manic, and so, I feel at peace now. And I hope that everyone in life feels at peace, and knows that, the physical body is gone, yeah, but that's not who we really are. We're actually eternal, which is so nice and comforting. But anyways, when I received the news, what I did was, this was the perfume that I literally purchased on the day. And then when I was kind of in that headspace, and I told myself, okay, Calvin, let's not wear this perfume on the day and in that specific time period. So I dodged the bullet. So luckily, I don't associate this with that time. because I didn't actually wear it like in the moment, but it was the perfume that I purchased around that time, if that makes sense. But yeah, so that's why I'm telling people, like, you know, I don't want anyone to go through a hard time, but just be careful. No scent, no body sprays, nothing. Just go plain, you know? Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it was helpful. I find that this has just been the best technique. You know, turn on a TV show. If you know that you're going to be rewatching something for a week, if there is a perfume that you know, just don't like, or you have a negative memory with, just smell it. Smell it while you're watching a TV show or a movie, but TV shows is better. And I hope that this video helped you. Let me know if you're comfortable sharing. Is there any perfumes that maybe gave you PTSD and you somehow rewired it in a different way? Or maybe you even somehow used my technique, like, without watching this video and you already knew. So yes, guys, sending you all positive vibes, high frequency, high vibrations, abundance and prosperity. Actually, I should end all of my videos like this. This is low-key a manifestation channel, no cap. But anyways, y'all, have an amazing evening, day, whenever you are watching this. Peace.